Hey man, so let's get to it, man. Let's talk about it. I'm gonna go ahead and just break the ice with it. My wide receiver, man, my beloved Terry McLaurin, 6-7 years with us with the Washington Redskins football team. Commanders requested a trade yesterday, man. Sent the world on fire. Everybody talking about it, man. I'm gonna be a little long-winded with this, so I want to know your initial thoughts. As a football fan, I know as an Eagles fan, you loving it. I seen you messing around on Twitter yesterday, but what do you think, just as a football fan, as a person that watches from afar the Washington Commanders, what did you think about him asking for a trade?
I'll be honest. I think some of the Washington fans are delusional, and what I mean by that is like some of the stuff that they say, like, oh, it's like they're not delusional, but denial about a lot of things. As far as, oh, he's not going to be this, he's not going to be that. You never really know. And maybe he's not traded, maybe he don't play this year. I feel like all those reports that came out over the last couple of days were real. Where they talked about how much money he wanted. He wanted to be paid upward of DK Metcalf's money, somewhere in that range. And obviously the Commanders do not value him. But the part about it that's like was making me think the organization is shitty is you're not even paying your quarterback right now. Give that man that money. You know what I'm saying? Let him do his thing. Give him a 2-3 year deal. Give him guaranteed money that he wants, or whatever the case may be, and try to go contend for a Super Bowl. You're not paying your quarterback. This goes to show him once you pay the quarterback, ain't nobody gonna get no money then. Mm-hmm. Y'all gonna be very close to the vest with all this. Then people blaming his agent. At the end of the day, you could blame your agent all you want, but you control your agent. Your agent don't control you. You could tell, you know what I mean? So it's like they just taking a lot of responsibility away from the situation. This man is pissed off, and I get it. It's a formality of things, but this is not a good situation to be in. Talking about you want to be traded. No, because when you want to be traded, yes, you want to be traded. We have had this happen in Philadelphia, and we allow people to seek a trade partner, and whether it's suitable or not is one thing. And people bring up the Myles Garrett and all those. He's not Myles Garrett. He's not one of those guys. He's talking about younger guys, Myles Garrett's in a league of his own. Mm-hmm. So I think there is a possibility, that if things got bad, they would probably try to let him go for maybe a second and a player, or a third and a player, maybe in the AFC. If it got that bad where they couldn't come to a resolution, he said, "Look, if you're not going to pay me, I'm not playing this season." They may go ahead and move him. You never know. But that's just kind of my thoughts on him. And I get it. It's one of the staples of the organization. But I feel like they disrespecting him at this point. I feel like disrespecting that guy, man.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree. And I'm about to say something that I've never said on the airways before, but I'm going to be completely honest, and gloves are about to come off. Terry's being a fucking diva.
Ah, really?
Terry's being a fucking diva. And that hurts me to say because I love him. I'm going to love him regardless. I'm going to love him if he's in another uniform. I'm at peace if he does happen to be in another uniform. And I'm not saying that because I don't want him. Do I think that we have a chance in hell of winning a Super Bowl without him in 2025? No, I don't. We need him. We need him in 2025 because we don't have anything close to him in that wide receiver room that can make up for what Terry does production-wise from off the field standpoint as a leader. He's important. He's valued. But here's the thing, and it has to be said. Terry is asking for $35 million a year. That is a top 5 wide receiver pay grade. When unfortunately, as much as we have fought for Terry as a fan base, as much as we cap for Terry as a fan base, as much as we go toe-to-toe with Eagles fans, Cowboys fans, Giants fans, any other fan that want to disrespect our boy, the truth is this. He's an 11th or 12th ranked wide receiver in the league. When you talk about CeeDee Lamb, when you talk about Jamar Chase, when you talk about Justin Jefferson, when you talk about A.J. Brown, when you talk about them receivers, there is no excuse of being bracketed and getting 2 catches for 11 yards in a game. There is no excuse for that because them brothers know how to outwork that. There is no bracketing the top 4, top 5 wide receivers in the league. And we've seen throughout his time, sometimes Terry get eliminated from a game completely. Now, I've said it. A ton of Washington Commanders fans have said it over the years. We don't have anything else. There's no other weapons. All they have to do is contend to Terry and shut him down. Agreed. But what they do with Malik Neighbors last year, did he have a quarterback? Hell no. That brother went for over 100 catches, 1,200 yards his rookie season and played 4 less games than Terry. All right. Terry, in his career, has never went over 1,200 yards, has never caught 100 passes. The most passes that he's caught this season was in 2020. He had 87 for 1,118 yards. His most that he's ever caught, or his most that he's ever gotten in a season, is 1,191 yards. So you want to be paid like CD Lamb. You want to get paid like Justin Jefferson, like AJ Brown, like CD Lamb, and all these other brothers when you haven't given their production. Now, is he better than DK Metcalf? I agree. I think 1,000% he's better than DK Metcalf. But it's not up to the Commanders and their organization to pay you a bad deal because the Steelers gave DK a bad fucking deal. Now, let me ask you this. Oh, God, I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
Yeah.
Would you have Terry over Cortland Sutton?
Yeah, for sure.
100%. I would too. I'm going to ask you another question. Would you have Terry over Mike Evans?
No.
Neither would I. Now, I say that to say this. Now, let's put some things in line. Mike Evans is 32 years old. Mike Evans last year in 2024 signed a 2-year, $41 million extension. In 2025, his cap hit is $25 million. So you mean to tell me that Terry's asking for $34 million. The Commanders are trying to give him 27, 28, which would be higher than Mike Evans, higher than Cortland Sutton, but slightly below your younger top-tier wide receivers in the NFL. You mean to tell me that Terry McLaurin at 31 is $10 million better than Mike Evans? No, he's not. Unfortunately. Now, when you have a fan base like us, when we've watched some of the most shittiest football known to man, and we've had Terry McLaurin, we love him, we love him, we chant his name, we give him, we put him on a pedestal that he's a top 5 wide receiver. But where's he going where he's going to get Terry chance? Where's he going where he's going to be known as a god and not just another wide receiver? And not just a really good wide receiver. Is he going to New England and going to get Terry chance and get put in their ring of fame and all that shit? Hell no. So the brother needs to be compensated. He's making $23 million a year now. We're offering him 28. Somewhere the rubber needs to meet the road, and we need to go, okay, Terry, you're 31 years old. You're talking about a contract that's going to take you into 34, 35. Here's another thing about Mike Evans. After 2025, where he's 32, 26, right, 27, and 28, none of that money's guaranteed because NFL teams do not play wide receivers at 34 years old that type of money. There's only one wide receiver that plays number 1 in the entire NFL that's 34 years of age. That's Adam Thielen for the fucking Panthers. No other wide receiver is 34 making that kind of money. So it's like, damn, Terry, as much as I love you, as much as I want to see you get paid, as much as I want you to retire, and I believe he will retire as a Commander, because I think all of this will kind of go at his wayside eventually. I don't know when. I'm at peace with them trading him or letting him go if it has to fucking come to that, because it's like, bro, there is no other team in the NFL. There's no other team ever in the NFL that gave a 34-year-old wide receiver that kind of money and got any production from it. So it's like, you got to understand, it's like, yes, we love you. You went through a bunch of shit with a very terrible franchise. But at the end of the day, if we're offering you 27, 28 million a year, which is 6, 7 million more than you're getting this year, and it's an 18, 19 million dollar pay increase, where are we going to meet in the middle? Because I don't think you're worth 34. I don't think you're worth 23. But if we're talking Mike Evans, like if we both agree that Mike Evans is better than him and we're paying him more than Mike Evans at 31, a year younger, man, I don't get it. Now, at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't. And do we win a Super Bowl without Terry this year? No. And I don't think that he's the type of player that would sit out, but I didn't think that he would be the type of player to ask for a trade. So I think, in my opinion, Terry's being a little diva-ish right now. We prided ourselves as a fan base to say, oh, AJ Brown is a diva. Oh, CD Lamb is a diva, but we don't got a diva over here. I don't think we can say that no more. He's being a little diva-ish.
Yeah. But again, going back to his press conference, I think that was some of his selling points, what he was talking about, and to me, it comes down to, are you willing to put that extra money up to try to contend for a Super Bowl or not? Because I don't see y'all with a chance in hell without Terry on that roster.
Not this
maybe
year.
Make the playoffs. Not this year. No, maybe anything next year, anything can happen. Maybe you might bring another receiver in. You might, when your draft picks might pan out, but to get the type of production from Terry McLaurin, if you put DIVA at number 1, we already seen how that works, but maybe the owner is feeling like, you know what, look, man, we got to, he's on a rookie deal. It's his second year. maybe it's not our time. We'll see what happens, and we'll get a draft pick and replace Terry in 2 to 3 years or next year. Maybe he's thinking that way. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I just feel like, so it's been confirmed that he's looking for $36 million.
34, 35. And I just seen something that the Commanders offered him 27. He's making 23. Terry's not making $13 million next year. He's making $23 million. Like, he's making $23 million, which is already more than Courtland Sutton is making. It's slightly below what Mike Evans is making. So they're trying to, I don't think they expected him to come at them with 33, 34 million a year based off of his production. But then you got an agent, and you're 100% right. And I was giving the agent smoke at first, but I'm going to kind of fall back on the agent and give Terry a little more smoke because the agent works for the client. He works for the player. Now, do I think he's way over above his pay grade when it comes to these kind of contracts? I do. I think he's from Indiana. He got an Indiana boy discount when it comes to Terry being from Indiana. So he's rocking with us. He's being loyal to his people. But I think he's way over his head. I think Terry is drinking a little bit of extra sauce right now, bro, that the fan base gave him. And I'm not saying that he is not deserving of it. And I'm not saying that that the brother hasn't been a pinnacle when it comes to our organization. I'm not saying I don't love him. But it's like, bro, you got to really look at your numbers. You are asking for 1700 16, 17 touchdown type of money when you've never done that. And it's like, come on, man. We got to play. We got to be fair. Now, if we talking Terry wants 30 and the Commanders are giving 27, now I'm going to get on the Commanders' ass like, bro, we can't get his brother $3 extra million. We can't front load that contract with guaranteed money and kind of give some void years like a Mike Evans to get this brother happy because he deserves it and get him in there. But if we talk about 34 and 27, I'm on the team side without question. If we talking Terry's asking for 30 and y'all willing to give him 27, then come on, man. Let's get them few million together and let's get it done. But if it's 34, 27, I'm on the team side, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's I get it. I think a lot of this is his age too. I think that if he was like 26, we probably not having this conversation.
He gets his money.
He probably gets his money. Again, they're looking at, the most likely possibility is he's going to decline. Maybe not this year, but the year after, when that contract really kicks in, he's going to be on the decline. So, honestly, I think they can, he's the heart and soul of the team, but I think they'll be fine without him. I don't think they'll compete for a Super Bowl, but maybe a playoff team or a wild card team. I still think, because I think the quarterback is good enough, where he can still make, some plays happen, and the offensive coordinator is good enough where he can scheme some guys open. It doesn't matter if they're going to catch it in the big moments or not, or if they're going to be shut down in the big moments by big time cover corners.
Yeah, it'll hurt. I'm not going to sit back and act like if Terry didn't play next year, if he got traded, the shit wouldn't hurt. Because I love the dude. It'll hurt, right? And I don't think we'll have Super Bowl aspirations this year. But I do think that there'll be a number one knocking at the door to come play for Jay next year or the year after. I don't think we'll be without a number one for long. We don't have him on the roster now. And on top of the fact that the intangibles that Terry brings definitely needs to be talked about too. What he is to the locker room, what he is to he brought in the playoffs, he brought a certain identity like, yo, these brothers are going to come with it. And when we thought these brothers were going to come with it, it was Terry out there that really kind of brought that mindset. So we need him. I'm not going to sit back and act like we don't need him. I'm not going to sit back and say, fuck Terry. I would never do that because I love the dude. I just feel like right now he's feeling himself just a little too much. We got to kind of take a step back and reevaluate what's going on. He just got married. He just bought a crib in Virginia. He's out here signing autographs and shit. And that's another thing. Like, I'm going to be out there on Monday. My nigga, I don't want to see you signing shit. You just put your line in the sand. Get your money and come back with the team or keep your ass in the back. Don't be talking about you want to trade and then come out kissing babies and shaking hands. Keep your ass in the back, bro. And until you get your money, keep your ass in the back. Because it don't look good. It makes no sense. It don't look good. You out here talking to your agent. The shit look whack. How you talking to your agent? Your agent's on the campus, but y'all not talking about a deal. You're out here signing autographs, but then you want to trade. You just bought a house, but then you want to trade. It just don't look good, man. And I got to put a little bit of responsibility on Terry's hands too. I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see how this unfolds, man. I think I didn't expect you to come with that angle, but nevertheless, I didn't expect him to ask for a trade. I didn't expect that. Do I think they'll trade him? I think it's a possibility. Maybe they will. It depends on the ownership. I don't know. It's not the same old people. They may say, all right, look, what if somebody offers y'all one?
Take it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
hell yeah. Yeah, I take them or two.
I
two on a player. For sure. Because that's You building for the future too. As much as Terry, his shelf life is almost up. Not that he still can't be a contributor at 33, 34, but he's not going to be the same player. Nobody is. That's like Julio Jones when he came to the Eagles. Right. He wasn't the same guy no more.
Hell no. But wasn't trying to be paid like trying to be paid like fucking Julio Jones in 2004 either.
Right.
Like it just and at 34, 35, Terry should be kind of transitioning into that second wide receiver role. And we need a young boy in there anyway. It's about time for him to go. Terry deserves to be in the Ring of Fame for the Commanders. Terry deserves to be known and recognized and celebrated as one of the greatest Commanders, Redskins that have ever lived. And if he leaves, then it's gonna taint it, man. It really is. And I hope that they can come to a conclusion. I hope that cooler heads can prevail. I don't see if it's another thing. I don't see him sitting out of here. If that brother sits out of here, he's done. You're not young. You're not a spring chicken. We seen what it did to with Le'Veon Bell. And he was at the peak of his career. He was never the same after sitting out a year. If Terry sits out a year at 31, he could throw all that shit out the window. So I think cooler heads will prevail. I think he'll play. But I'm at peace if they trade him, bro. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see it happen. But I swear to God, I'm at peace with it if it happens.
So if he plays next year, he comes back, or he doesn't come back. He goes to the free agent market next year then.
Unless we franchise him, and we can still franchise him under what he's asking for.
Okay,
so it's like we got him by the balls technically, and I don't want it to get here. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't want it to get here, but it's like, Terry, dog, we got your services for 2 years technically if we still want it. You're not sitting out. If you sit out, your career's over. So what are we doing? What are we doing?
We had the same situation. Oh shit! Hold on 1 second.
You good?
Back on a good microphone. Oh, still on.
Yeah, you good.
With Hassan Reddick, it was similar. If I'm not mistaken, I think he wanted to get a new contract. He didn't want. I think it was Hassan Reddick, and I think we just went ahead and did we trade him? We traded him,
Jets, right there.
Traded him to the Jets because he wanted to, and see how it worked out for him. It didn't work out too good for him.
Right.
Then he sat. Then the Jets didn't give him a contract.
Right.
Then he sat out for them. So we're gonna see how it works out. But he never got that big contract that he was looking for at the time. Maybe because of his age too. It was because of his age at that time. I can remember. He wanted to get paid like Hendrickson and all them guys, and them, and you ain't them, bro.
Right.
And Myles Garrett, even though the numbers would say the numbers are close, but obviously you're not them. You know what I mean? Right. So it's just a business at the end of the day. It sucks. So I'm not even mad at Terry for doing what he's doing because I'm sure the team that might pay him that money. They say New England's willing to pay him.
If New England's willing to pay him and they give up a first round pick, because you figure New England's probably getting a top 10, top 12 pick next year. And then it's like, Terry's the grass green on the other side. You about to be in cold ass New England. You've been with this shit franchise your whole career. We finally get good, got Super Bowl aspirations. You're gonna leave now and go right back to where you were for $34 million. Man, brothers, more power to you. And this is what I would do from a franchise perspective. If we can't get anything done in the next 2 weeks, let them go seek a deal. Yep. Let them go out there and see what the market really is. They did it with Lamar. Y'all done it with Dallas Goedert last year. They're organizations that are steadfast on what they believe in. Allow them players to go out and see what their value is on the market. Let Terry go back and go see what his value is on the market. And then I'm sure he'll come back humbly like, yeah, y'all still got that 28. I'm sure he will. Because I don't see a team giving up first-round draft capital, right? Because let's say the Patriots, they'd have to give up a first-round or second-round pick. They'd give draft capital, whatever that is, and then pay him $34 million a year. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah. I mean, not a bad. I mean, for them, I think it'd be dumb to do that,
right?
On an Asian receiver like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, somebody offers it. I hope the Eagles call up. Y'all
not calling up because y'all would have to give him more than AJ and Devontae. Y'all not doing that.
We probably have to give a defensive player up in an early pick.
Y'all give up Jalen Carter. We'll take it outright.
Oh hell no!
y'all go ahead and pay Terry's old peanut head ass. We'll go ahead and take care of Jalen for you. We
need Jahan back in the third.
Fuck that. Fuck that. One of Jahan's ass.
I'll give you Nolan Smith in a second.
Nah, man. I need Carter.
Nah, hell, he ain't going. Y'all can take Jordan Davis, big ass.
Fat. I'm gonna Carter. I'm sure Adam Peters will find that money for Jalen Carter somewhere. I'm sure he would.
My God, that'd be crazy.
I'm sure
be mad as hell about that.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening. He ain't going to Philly or Dallas because y'all got wide receivers y'all gotta still take care of. So send his ass to New Orleans. He want to keep talking. Go send his ass down there.
Shit, maybe go to free agency. If you go to free agency, we'll bring you know how we do.
Right.
We'll bring his old ass in. And no,
he's not hitting free agency. 2 years away though. If Washington lets him hit free agency, they stupid because they could trade him now, or they can franchise tag him and trade him with that franchise tag. Like, they're not letting him go outright.
What do you think the most likely scenario? What do you think is going to happen?
Terry humbles himself and signs that $29 million deal, $28 million deal. I don't see us. Okay, let's say they both compromise. Terry gets a $30 million deal for 2 years. He gets a 3-year, $90 million deal, 60 of it guaranteed. That means which will have him on the Commanders for another 4 years. He'll get 30 this year, 30 next year, and then we can void out them years a couple years after that.
Y'all do void years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what I think needs to happen. I think that they need to get some guaranteed money, and a lot of guaranteed money up front. Give him what he deserves because he deserves some upfront money, and then have some void years. Now, if you go ahead and you hit certain plateaus, you can get it. If you start declining, then we have the right to go ahead and terminate the contract and get up out of it. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, you know what?
Happening probably like September though. I don't think anything's gonna happen this month, so we'll see.
And you're right, because I remember when Devontae Smith, when they was asking him, like they said he could have got a lot more money. He said he was just like, look, man, it's enough for me. Like me and my family. Like I know I could have went somewhere else and got way more money, but look, I'm good. And I want to be able to help the team. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. I want to be able to help the team. So I could see about that, Terry. Like, come on, man. Let's try to win this bowl and take a couple less dollars. You ain't gonna be hurting, bro.
Right.
Just take the money, and you know, if you're good enough, you'll get that anyway. If you continue to keep yourself conditioned, you're gonna get that money.
And no one's gonna love him more than DC. Is he going to New England and going to hear Terry chants when he walks down to practice? Hell no.
Right.
Hell no. Are you going into the Ring of Fame in New England or anywhere else? You are a legend for life in DC. And I'm not saying go and get lowballed to be a legend, but if we talking $2 or $3 million for you to potentially go and compete for Super Bowls and then be a legend in your city forever and be loved forever, you already got a crib out there. What are we talking about? That's why I think this is kind of crazy. I really do, but I'm at peace with it because if they trade him, I'm cool with it. I don't think we win in the bowl this year, but I still think we in contention the next few. So I hope it works out, man. I want to see Terry get paid, but I'm at peace with it regardless, bro. I really am.
Yeah, I was watching a couple guys talk about it, and I was trying to see who was going to be honest. And a couple of people just wasn't being honest about it. Louis T, I was watching him. He was actually being real about it. Gave me more respect for him than I had previously because the way he acted. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, at least you're keeping it real.
Right, yeah, I didn't see what he said.
Keep it real. Right. Yeah, he kept it real. Like, don't act like it's no concern. Some people act like it's no concern whatsoever.
Oh, no, this is real.
Yeah. You know, and I ain't like that because I know that's the fandom talking. I'll be pissed off if this was AJ right now or somebody like that. I'd be like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? And maybe it may get there at some point in time with AJ. And I don't know. I mean, he ain't gonna be. I don't think he's gonna be a Philadelphia Eagle forever.
Right.
But, you know, eventually in the next couple of years, he'll probably be out of there. You know,
I mean, we've been talking about this shit since May, probably April. You know what I mean? And I didn't see the big deal. Now in August, him asking for a trade, he may not get a trade. He probably eventually will retire as a commander. But to say that this ain't nothing, oh no, this is something now. We in something territory.
And I think I see what happened. I don't see him signing a contract. I see him just coming back and playing, and then he has 1 more year, 2 more years. You said 2?
He has 1 more year, and then we could franchise him. But I'm cool with him playing out the contract, and if he balls again, trying to get another 2-year extension or something, I'm cool with that too.
Or just let him hit free agency, and you get the compensatory pick.
Yep, I'm at peace with all of it, bro. I really am. I'm at peace. I love Terry, but I've been wanting this franchise to have a competent front office, a competent owner, a competent coach. We got a quarterback. I'm gonna let them do their thing, man, and trust whatever they do. Now, when they start proving that they're doing some shady shit, then I start questioning. But right now, it sucks that it has to be Terry because we love him so much. But do what y'all got to do, man.